Hello, hoyo. We are going to try RuneScape Classic. It's apparently like it's my childhood game, not old school RuneScape. It's RuneScape Classic, the very lo-fi one. I love this one in my childhood. Window, can we share it like this? Yes, we can. And it's not mirrored. That's cool. That's always nice to see. Why is the resolution so weird? Whatever. So, did I register an account already? Not sure. Let's register one. Preservation. Let's not get doxed, so I'll just write in RL. Some emails, some passwords. The camera's not showing my password. That's nice. Did I already have this email address registered? Username already. Okay. Aurelian. Yes, please. Okay. Created. So, play. Login first. Preservation. Let's go. Do not. Oh, yeah. Okay. Play now is the login. Why does it keep giving me the login option even if I'm logged in? Web client for sure. Preservation. Why not? Existing user. Okay, again. I guess. So, let's create a character. Lovely options. I should make this bigger. Nice. I guess that's nice. So, head type. I mean, they're all so goofball. I remember lots of assholes with this hair type. Even though I'd go for this, I'm having PTSD. I mean, this is Andrew Gower, right? And this is just like the same asshole, but without the heavy metal hair. Yeah, sure. Green though, right? Gender, boobies. Yes, please. Why not? Skin color. Bottom color. Ooh, red pants. Immediate, yes. I mean, this looks decent. This looks very punk. I'm a punk rock kind of guy myself, so sure, let's do this. Accept. Welcome, click here to close. Does this game have sound? I don't bloody remember. I loved this game back in the day. Search the cupboard but find nothing. Okay, I don't think this has sound, so I need to either put on some AI music or let's put on the Harvard professor thing I have on YouTube right now. 2x speed, of course.
In the office of Steven Pinker. And he's written 9 books and devoted his life to studying language and cognition.
Steven Pinker.
So we started off with the really practical stuff. We started off with his rules for writing.
Okay, 1.5 maybe.
Since the 1980s. So if you're interested in doing great nonfiction writing in the age of LLMs, well, this interview's for you.
1.5.
I want to talk about the curse of
better.
knowledge. And I want to talk about this cartoon from your book, which says, good start, needs more gibberish.
Yes. When I
Go ahead.
posed the question, why is there so much bad writing? Why is there so much
Welcome.
Vietnamese,
My job is to help newcomers.
people's favorite answer is captured by that cartoon, namely that bad writing is a deliberate choice. That it's in various versions, it's academics with nothing to say dress up banal ideas with gobbledygook to show how sophisticated they are, or pasty-faced nerds get revenge on the girls who turned them down for dates in high school. People want to
Go through the door.
erect a kind of cult that no one else, outsiders can't penetrate because they haven't learned the jargon. I don't think that's the best explanation for bad writing. Partly it's personal. I just know enough people who have plenty to say. They're brilliant people. They have no desire to obfuscate. They're just incompetent. They just
Sound effects.
There's something called Hanlon's razor. Never attribute to malice that which can adequately be explained by stupidity.
Yep.
And,
That's a good idea. Never explain something that can be explained by stupidity, like by malice.
And I illustrate it with an anecdote of a conference in technology, entertainment, and design, better known by its acronym, TED, where a brilliant molecular biologist had been invited to present his latest findings. He launched into what was obvious to me is the exact kind of talk that he would give to his peers in molecular biology.
Noise. I can use the map.
Within about 4 seconds, he had lost everyone because he just spoke in jargon without even introducing what problem he was solving, why it was significant. It was launched right into the experiments. It was a room
Sound
of
effects are so
from many
funny.
walks of life, from to entertainment, from design, and it was obvious to everyone in the room that no one was understanding a word. Obvious to everyone except the distinguished biologist, who was just clueless. Now, this was not a stupid man, but he was very stupid.
I love this game. Oh, those goofy little rats. Look at the red eyes.
The difficulty that we all have in knowing what it's like not to know something that we know. That is to subtract something from your brain, put yourself in the shoes of your audience, whether it be in public speaking or in writing. Figure out where
I
they come
do
from,
remember this. This is so
that's
cool.
the cause of bad
Aggressive.
writing.
Let's do a
You get,
PK character.
Abbreviations and acronyms that no one has any way of knowing. You have jargon that is known only to a tiny little clique.
Maybe
You have,
sound effects are fun.
abstractions.
I'm
The
not
level of
sure.
the stimulus was proportional to the intensity of the reaction. And
That's
what it
enough
really means
rat
is that,
killing for now. Okay, cool.
Kids look longer at a bunny than
Well
a
done.
truck.
As you kill
So
things,
that is it's so familiar
combat
to you,
experience
you
will
don't
go
think
up.
it's worth explaining to people concretely what they're supposed to be seeing. So all of these are manifestations of the curse of knowledge. Goes by their names: egocentrism, absence of a theory of mind, that is a theory of what's going on in other people's minds. And if I had to identify the single
Where
biggest
to?
flaw in writing and communication, it would be that.
That's it. So when you're writing your books, I know you go up to Cape Cod and you write for as long as you possibly can. Now I would assume that
the
one way to
camera
write
is-
knowledge is just talk to the kinds of people who would be
it's
reading your
actually
book.
automatic.
So what do you do? What do you do? Because you write really intensely. So when you're writing, how do you get around that?
Well, I do something that I know is not good enough, but I do it as best I can, which is I try to imagine what it's like for someone not to know what I know. That is, I try to cultivate my sense of empathy. But the problem with the curse of knowledge is you don't know when you're subject to the curse of knowledge, because something that seems
I
so
like
obvious to you
the
that you
like
don't even question whether
fast,
other people know, it turns out not to be obvious.
fast
anyway,
pace
I
of the
try,
conversation.
but at the end of the day, I show it to people. When my mother was alive, I would always show her a draft of my book, not for the reason that most academics cite, namely referring to my mother as the
My mother, he did a my mother joke.
not very well read, not very bright person. My mother
No,
was
charts, burnt
extremely
meat.
intelligent, extremely well read, very sophisticated, but she wasn't a cognitive psychologist. She wasn't a psycholinguist. She didn't know what I knew. And when I write, I don't write for just a random sample of the population. They don't buy my books. I write for people who are intellectually curious, who have some degree of education. However, not for peers in my field. And so, my mother being an example, but also, of course, when you publish,
Sure,
books, you
mother
have
being
editor.
an
The
example.
editor is typically, very smart, but again, not in your field. And I show it to people in different fields who are academics. But it's surprising how insular even academics are when it comes to other academics. Sometimes
Is it
there'll be
medium
people
rare?
here in this building, in my
If
own
it's well
department,
done,
sometimes my own
then,
subdivision within
do
my
it again.
department, like students, and they'll give me their thesis proposal, and I just don't know
My
what they're talking about.
stats
Sometimes in my
are
own field,
fine,
because
come on.
they've been immersed in like 5 or 6 people in their lab, their supervisor and the other grad students, a couple of postdocs and a research assistant, and they've all been consuming the same jargon that as soon as they step outside that tiny little circle, they're unintelligible. So even showing it to, if I'm showing it to a friend who's an economist or a historian or a political scientist
where
or a
is
evolutionary
HP?
biologist, not being a cognitive
Hits
psychologist,
10.
they'll say, I'm sorry,
cool.
but I just don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. In terms of your writing, you've done so much work looking at vision and how the brain works. And it seems like a lot of your writing advice is informed by that. Like, I guess if I were to try to summarize it, it's like a lot of our brain and basically the way that we move through the world is indexed heavily on vision. And so writing well means being concrete and helping people see what it is they're trying to write. Is that a good way of describing it?
Yes, and that would be probably the second bit of second advice on the list. The first one being find some way of get into your readers' heads, but don't just depend on your ability to get in their heads. Actually,
Financial
get one person
advisor.
to actually read it and see if it makes any sense.
How
But
do
number
I
one.
get
Number two
rich,
is,
lol?
I study language, and as a writer, I live in language. But language is kind of overrated in the sense that what understanding consists of is not a bunch
How
of words.
to
It's not blah,
stonks.
blah, 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 but language is a means to an end of getting people to appreciate what the ideas you're trying to convey, which are not just a string of verbiage. And those ideas very often are visual, and motoric, that is, bodily, emotional, auditory, but they're sensory, or they're even conceptual, but they aren't just a bunch of vowels and consonants.
Right.
And
I
so
love how fast
constantly
this is. This is
allowing your
exactly
reader to
the
perform a
way I
mental image,
love my text to go.
based on what you're
I'll
writing.
continue
is
through
the
next
next
door.
key to
Okay,
good writing.
cool.
That is, don't talk about a stimulus if you mean a bunny rabbit. Don't talk about a level or a perspective or a framework
have
or
an
a
axe.
paradigm or a concept.
Or I do.
All of which
Okay,
mean a
slip
lot to
and
you
fail.
in day-to-day work, but no one can form a
I remember clicking on this
shit.
shit.
So how do you do that? Like one thing that you've said is use, for example, all the time. What else can we do?
So often visual metaphors
Got wood.
are helpful. One of the reasons that often the prose of other eras strikes us as so much more vivid
I was
is
going to say lush.
lush, yes.
Yeah.
Partly because they had the advantage of writing before there were several hundred years of academia and intellectuals
Nice.
inventing terms and abstractions, and they had to appeal
Such a good
to
game.
images that were part of people's common knowledge. So instead of saying something
Fair
like aggression or antisocial behavior, they might say the spirit of the hawk kneaded into our flesh.
Yes.
We wouldn't write like that because we can say aggression or antisocial behavior, but and that's jargon that a lot of people are familiar with, but they weren't always with us. And before that, there had to be some way of referring to it in terms of an image that everyone shared. And I think that's why often the writing of
Sound
centuries
effects. I
strikes
did
us as so
not
much
never
more
have sound
organic, so much
effects
more
on
evocative
playing
and
this as a
powerful. They
child.
had to appeal to visual metaphors.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before because a lot of the Bible's like that. I think of I don't know why the owl of Minerva came to mind. Like there's just all of this symbolism in animals. It always is striking. And so what you're saying is like a lot of the concepts that academics and people brought in, obviously they're kind of a more efficient way to communicate, but they do lack that kind of visual quality that makes writing vivid.
That's right. So they do make it, in fact, they're essential for doing the work within the profession.
Shrimps. Catching shrimps is so difficult.
Talk about things like
What do you mean?
ecosystems and species and systems and reagents and potentiation, all these concepts that you don't want to have to go back to basics and talk
Do I
about.
have a
well,
net?
there's a
Ah,
certain
I do.
amount of chemicals,
That's cool.
we call that a concentration, and when it increases over time, we call it, you're beyond that after you're a freshman. And so you have more and more abstract terms that you could refer to enormous bodies of knowledge just with like 2 syllables. That's very good.
Right.
The problem is that then now when it's time to convey them to someone who isn't at the pinnacle of specialization in your field, because of the curse of knowledge, you're apt to forget that these abstractions, which are kind of basic to you, or just don't even need to be defined, aren't basic to anyone else.
What do we need to know about writers about how hard writing is? And I mean it in this way. Speaking comes so naturally to us, but then writing is something that we sort of have to learn, right? You watch a kid and you talk to a parent who has a 20-month-old. They're like, yeah, they're speaking now. They're like,
Okay,
oh, no,
we
you wouldn't
did
believe,
get
they're
some
talking so much, they're crawling around. And it's always like, yeah, it's like that. And then you talk to them who have parents who have an 8-year-old kid. It's like, how's the writing going? It's like, well, it's going a little slow. There's not that same excitement. And so it's as if, like, why is it that writing is so unnatural in a way that speaking is so natural? Like, what is going on there scientifically and then practically?
A number of things. One of them is that in
Was that an anti-bot mechanic? I was clicking on the same spot and it
you
didn't
have
let
two
me
people
at
that
some
are
point.
parachuted on a stage and immediately have to begin a conversation. They have some common ground to begin with. They know why they're there. They're talking about something that is in the air that they're both familiar with. It was the reason for them having the conversation in the first place. They can get away with using terms that in context are perfectly clear, like this and that and the thing and what I was talking about and she. Whereas if you are not privy to that little social circle, you may not know who they're referring to. In writing, you're wrenched from the context. Someone's picking a book up off the shelf, and they never met you.
It's the
And
perfect game.
They live in the country, you might be dead. They've got to pick up all of this detail from what's there
such a
on the
good
page,
feeling.
not what's
I don't have a
not
clue
the
why,
common
though.
ground that the two people bring to the conversation.
Such a perfect game.
Also, when you're speaking, you know that you're speaking to someone. You know their idiosyncrasies. You're a little bit better at
Can I get
avoiding the curse of
fishing
knowledge,
levels?
partly because you get feedback.
40 out
For
of
a growl,
83,
critical
okay.
expression, the request for
Soon.
clarification. I'm sorry, I just don't know what you're talking about in real time. And the body language, the engagement, even in a live audience. Any speaker knows when.
That's enough fishing for now. No, let me fish more. Come on.
To be riveted. None of that is available in writing.
Absolutely. How about this one? I think generalizations
Lol.
without examples and examples without generalizations are both
Showing
useless.
everything I can get my hands on.
But generalizations and examples, I find, even in my field, 9 out of 10 times, I just don't know what they're talking about. It's like,
Lol.
give me an example.
Nice.
Because a generalization erases detail. It sweeps over particulars. You often just can't really know what it's referring to. And the
That's
abstract
enough
words
fishing.
in the language just
No,
aren't
let me
precise
fish.
enough. We have probably 100 concepts for every word.
Use
in the English
burnt
language.
fish with
And so a
burnt
particular
fish.
word,
Okay.
especially if it's
I wanna
abstract,
sell
will
it
call to
for
mind a particular
0
referent.
GP.
The example pins it down to what's the what's the general ballpark that you're talking about? What is the example, the generalization about? Now, examples like generalizations, it's, well, why don't you just tell me that? Like, and your point is?
I love the colors here. Like, they're so soothing.
There's always a trade-off between context and compression.
Old school games,
I could
the best.
wax poetic for the next 5 hours about my train ride to Boston today, but that's way too long. Or I could tell you, yeah, it was an easy train ride, but then you didn't actually get anything from that because there's no context there, and that maybe we're always kind of balancing. The examples kind of give us that context, and then the generalizations are the compression, and it's actually in like the swing and the dance of the two of those that good writing and good communication happens.
Yeah. So, for example, if I were to say that familiar words don't have to refer to the literal meaning of their parts, you can understand that, and you kind of say, well, yeah, okay. And then I say, well, for example,
Tinor.
bathroom isn't necessarily a room with a bath, and going to the bathroom doesn't necessarily mean going to a room that has a bath.
Yeah.
Breakfast isn't necessarily breaking a fast, and Christmas doesn't necessarily refer to Christ's Mass. Now, having said that, I think you now understand what I mean when I say
Tinor. I know what tin looks like.
Doesn't necessarily correspond to the meanings of its parts. Hopefully, that now makes some sense to you. Now that I've given you the examples, without the examples,
someone produces a large pickaxe from inside his jacket. Cool.
If adults commit adultery, do infants commit infantry? If olive oil is made from olives,
such a bad question.
If a vegetarian eats vegetables, what does a humanitarian consume? A writer is someone who writes, and a stinger is something that stings. But fingers don't fing, grocers don't gross, hammers don't ham, humdingers don't humding, ushers don't ush, and haberdashers don't haberdash. What's going on there? Why'd you pull this out?
So this is a quote from Richard Lederer. I deserve no credit for that witticism. And
I love this. I think it's so good.
Lederer has written a number of delightful books like Crazy English and Anguished English. He's has a marvelous ear and a fabulous collector of quirks and errors and oddities and blunders in the English language. So that whimsical list is quite profound because it indicates a lot of truths about language, such as that over time, compositions of words, compounds or words with a prefix and suffix, can sometimes drift away from the original meaning. In the case of adultery, for example, it is related to adulterate. Namely, to commit adultery is to introduce a foreign substance, namely semen, into a woman where it doesn't belong. But that whole connection has been completely lost. Also, in many kinds of compounds, there are a number of different semantic relationships that can hold. So, for example, olive oil is oil made out of olives. Baby oil is oil for babies.
Cool.
So there isn't a single logical relationship between the different parts of the compound. Language is so ancient. English itself is, depending on how you count, maybe 1,500 years old or more. But it came from Germanic, which came from Indo-European, and who knows where that came from. That a lot of words can completely obscure their origin. You have to go to a dictionary to find them out, but they're kind of like fossils of processes in the language that are long dead. How the ER got into finger, I would have to look up the etymology to tell you, but it's not the same as a singer, which comes from the rule that ER turns a
Greetings,
verb into a noun.
traveler. If you're interested in a bit of adventure, I can recommend going on a good quest.
Whereas we have
the quests were really bloody good in this game.
When you're writing, like if I were to basically map out almost like a gradient of our conversation, I'd say like Curse of Knowledge, I'm being very haphazard, I'd say like equal parts left brain, right brain. And then we sort of moved into kind of a left brain side of the conversation. And then I think of what you've said about language should be a source of pleasure. Like I think of that in beauty, right? You talk a lot about beauty. Also in your photography, you're very interested in that.
Here.
That to me is more right brain. So like when you're writing, when you're actually sitting down at the keyboard, what are some of the more right-brained, maybe less verbal concepts that drive your writing?
Well, certainly visual imagery. That is, can I form an image? Can my reader form an image? Euphony, that is sound. That is, is there some poetry in the prose? And I read aloud, or at least mumble to myself.
Okay, well, what should I do? I mean, secrets to be uncovered, wrongs to be set right.
If you can't articulate it smoothly, that probably your reader won't be mentally sounding it out smoothly either. The aesthetics sometimes come from even things like paying attention to the metrical structure of language, that is the rhythm.
Oh, tell me about that.
There is a regular rhythm to language, and that
Thank you, I guess.
Tick-tock like a metronome, but there are beats. And if
okay,
you
now I can go through.
It does interfere with speech, but it also interferes with reading, even though it's just characters on a page. Even the aesthetics of
wilderness is such a good concept for a game. I'm curious why other games haven't done wilderness this way.
Pick a synonym that avoids the sibilant, at least too many sibilants in a row.
Yes.
I'll often go with alliteration, just because there's a little spark of pleasure.
Sense of style.
Yep. Even when it is, you don't want to make it too conspicuous, otherwise it starts to feel forced. But often a bit of alliteration can just make the sentence roll past more easily.
Why do you think that you as much as anybody, I've been the person to kind of stomp your feet, kick and scream about how bad academic writing has been over the years. Like when I think of who has been like, guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You've sort of been one of the front runners. What about it? I mean, besides the obvious, what about it has just bothered you so vividly?
Yeah, part of it is just the sheer waste. That is, there's an awful lot of really brilliant work, a lot of really smart people, in academia, and why are they doing it? Just to entertain each other in a closed little circle? I mean, taxpayers pay for it. It should be accessible. They should give it away. They should state it in a form that it's accessible.
Oh
There's
yeah,
also,
I need to just like pack a weapon, a shield, and like armor or something, and then I'm good.
In bad prose, it's like if I have to read something,
Or like a two-handed weapon,
paper in my own field,
a armor, body armor, and like
legs,
I guess.
If I have to read the same paragraph like 5 or 6 times in order to know what they're talking about,
Sure.
For one thing, I might get it wrong. Then what's the point? Another is, why should I have to read it 5 or 6 times?
Nice.
I'd rather be doing something else. And
Come on, yeah.
So there's waste, there's confusion. There's also foregone opportunity for pleasure and beauty. It's enjoyable to read something that's well crafted, and it's annoying to read something that's
Magic was so cool in this game. Look at the pointy hats.
So there are many reasons that it does get under my skin when academics devote so much brain power into the scholarship.
Okay, I'm not paying attention to this. I'll put on some music instead. Breakcore, where is it? Breakcore? Breakcore! Mixed to dissociate with. Good one. Speak to me again when you have checked this. What? Checked what? Chat history. Quest history. So, are you talking about me? Yes. Okay, move your mouse over the book icon in the menu bar. Where's the book icon? Yeah, this one. This is your magic menu. You will see at level 1 magic you can only cast Wind Strike. Move your mouse over the Wind Strike text. Runes required for the spell have numbers. First number is how many runes you have. Second, how many requires. Yeah, I have checked it. Cool. What the hell is this bloody breakcore mix? Oh, it's 1.5, that's why! Let's do it normally. That was some insane breakcore. Lol. Quest history. Cool. Chicken. Bang. The junk. Take that, chicken. Nice. That sound effect. Haha, hey chicken. I already did that. Nice. I have confused. Confused chicken. Cool. I already did that. Am I now hard locked? Cluck. Yeah, I did that. Well done. Thanks. Woo. Oh, fatigue. Yeah, that was a new thing. I played before fatigue was a thing, actually. I think. Or did I play before? I definitely played before Hair Blow and Agility and Thieving was a thing. I'm not sure about fatigue. No. Okay, I definitely don't remember this thing. Is that for like against spotting? That makes sense. Zero fatigue. Nice. Thousands. Not really. There's 50 players right now. Yeah. I guess I just type, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is different than usual games. Let's see. Scroll, does it work? Typing in game window, bring up chat. If you want to speak to a particular friend, smiley face icon, yeah. Click on add friend and type in your friend's name. Yeah, that is weird. But yeah, that works. If player is logged in on the same world as you, the name will go green. Cool. Can I advance? Damn it. Yeah, I already saw that. Was I married to another character in the game? Can't remember. I remember like marrying people in game was a thing. Goodbye then. Good luck. Thanks. Yay, main game area, finally! This is how a tutorial should be. Like, I think it's been like 15 minutes. 15 well-deserved introduction minutes, and off you go, and you're on your own. This makes so much more sense than anything nowadays games do with like 6 hours of tutorializing, which is damn boring. See this? See this? 15 minutes! I'm done. Golden. This is how tutorializing should work. Man, level 9. Let's attack man. Men are awful, right? What was that? Reach a total level of 150. You will be able to send messages to global chat. Why 150? Why not before that? That's weird. Yeah, whatever. Die, man! Men are all the same. Ooh, we can get prayer levels. Nice. I just kill people and I get more religion points. That's so funny. To me at least. Imp. Damn coward. Oh yeah, the goblins. Classic enemy. Imps were annoying, yeah, they fled. Damn annoying imp. No honor in imps. I will actually turn off sound effects, this kind of sucks. Buying the pink hat. Ooh. I kind of miss the sound effects now. Should I do sound effects or not? Not sure. Gold! Bones! Everything. Good. Do you want sound effects? Not sure. I should be able to like make them lower volume. It's way too high a volume. Can I do it like over here? I can mute it, but I whatever. It sometimes goes well with the music. These like random ass 90s sound effects. Especially the dududun. I love the dududun. It's cute. And the game does not hold your hands. If you die it, you die it. Ooh, strength 2. I'm getting there. I should probably do some mining first. Mining for good weapons and stuff. I think it required like combat levels, like in total. Oh, I should also cook. Let's do some cooking. Then mining. But yeah, for cooking I should get some meat. I can probably kill chickens or something. This is peak gameplay. This is the peak experience. Right here. This is the auto battler. Like, you still have some tension here because you're always looking at the health bar, thinking like, deciding whether you should flee or not and stuff like that. I like that. There was chicken over yonder somewhere. Oh yeah, I could move the map with the arrow keys. Right, that's so cool. Shopkeeper? Can I help you at all? Oh. So do I need a bucket? Not right now, I don't think. Shears. We could get some wool out of like sheep or something. Not necessary right now. Anyway. Ooh, I have boobs. Sheep. Talk to. Obviously, we need to talk to them. Such a cute little sheep. The graphics were amazing. This is the graphic experience. Doesn't it appear interesting in talking? No! Am I not interesting enough? Maybe there's a quest or something where I can speak to them. Murabaketti. That's a Finnish name. Hello, Murabaketti. Lots of cabbage. I guess I can cook with that? Half wine. So there is a function in global chat. People are speaking there. People are speaking their minds. Everything had a fixed level. Snow like level scaling. That shit sucks. Oh, the chicken run! Chicken escaped! Bones! Feather! Raw chicken! Cool. What did I use feather for? Will the chicken kill me? Possible. Useful fly fishing. Okay, makes sense. Thanks, game. No bullshit. Good answer. No, don't escape. Chicken run. Ooh, I do have a sleeping bag. It's awesome. Not much fatigue. That's nice. Did it heal? Do chickens heal? Did they cast like healing magic or something? They do escape though. They do run far away. Such an awesome game. No, that was not what I meant to do. Ooh, onion. That's nice. I still remember where I could find chicken and stuff like that. This is such a fantastic gaming experience. I still remember it in my heart of hearts. Dragon long sword, it's nice. I don't think I was like very high level when I played. Like my skills were mostly like 33 or something. Can't really change the angle. What else? That chicken did run away. Far away. Did this chicken spawn with like half health? Or was it the same chicken that I killed and I just remember the health wrong, the game? I have too much stuff, I guess. Yeah, and this like quality of life thing, it always tracks the item type you're trying to interact with, not... Oh damn it, chicken run. Not the just like position your mouse is at. That's nice. Nice. Try to run. Okay, let's have this chicken be alive. That chicken ran far away. It deserves to live. This one will probably flee though. I forgot to close the gate. Ah, damn it, chickens. It just ran off as far as it could. And this one's coming back. Okay. Everyone's free! Except you. You're going down. Strength level, woo! Just from killing chicken. Okay, no more item slots. Don't remember what can I cook with cabbage though. Meat was the easiest option for sure. Where was the closest furnace? I don't really recall. Wheat, pigweed, nah. Potat. Yeah, this is a farming area. Nice. There's some enemies here. Yellow, not red. Highwayman. Level 13. Ooh, that's a challenge. Don't have any food, so it's a no-go. Signpost to where? Brain or manor? No, that's a higher level quest than I'm able to do, and I don't have that quest yet, so... I wonder what the report abuse button does. Cancel. Ooh, dangles. That was an actual player? Okay, more chicken. Do we have... Ooh, wizard, level 16. Nah. Skill total 34. Okay, I can do that. I can do global chat quite soon then? Relatively soon. I didn't know it counts like ones as a actual skill point. It does teleport once in a while, that's funny. White Knight. Ah, I did battle those. It was probably... Yeah, I don't remember how much I had leveled, but this was a bank, right? Nice. Should I put stuff in? I guess. Don't think I need cabbage. 111. What else? I don't think I need anything. Deposit logs. I definitely don't need feathers right now. Sure, cool. Meat. I actually don't need any of the other stuff either. I don't think. When I'm not doing mining, when I'm doing, like, I'm cooking right now, so... Ooh, level 86, that's a lot. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Do I need gold? I don't think so. I don't think I need a sleeping bag either. Or maybe. I have so much gold! So rich. What was this town? Varrock? Lumbridge? No, Lumbridge was the starting one. Varrock, I think. There's some mining facility somewhere around there. And there's a man here. I think next to the Viking village there was a good place to cook. Was this Varrock? Not sure. White Knight. Does the term white knighting come from RuneScape? I wonder. Well, like, obviously not really, but like, is it related somehow? I don't know. Dwarf, level 18, ooh. Strong man. Strong small man. is stronger than I am. Should have made a vegetarian character. I mean, the punk aesthetic would make sense for a vegetarian character. And I'm pretty sure I can cook something with only vegetarian ingredients, but yeah. Ooh, also I could really go into mining in this town. That's cool. My computer's LEDs are going haywire. That's cool though. Red enemies on the back there, in the back. I think this was a cooking place, maybe? No? Philip? Who is Philip? Boy's busy playing. Yeah, this is definitely a kid. Ah, nice going. Are you okay? Those kids. Fluffs? Poor Fluffs. Who's Fluffs? Sure. 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 Marketplace. Okay, cool. Okay, but where was the place I could do cooking in? What is the red thing? Dougal leaves. What's Dougal leaf? Whatevs. I'm pretty sure there was like a small house where I could do cooking or somewhere around here. Maybe inside the city? No, it wasn't inside the city. Maybe they removed that house? Why? There was a cooking place. Imps in the town. Oh, that's cute. It was a nice place to just get meat and immediately cook just outside the city. Did they remove that? Let's explore. Let's try to find out. Maybe it was like somewhere farther. Oh, finest chefs are allowed. Okay. But are lousy chefs allowed to do cooking? Anywhere? Am I mistaking the place? I'm not sure. And that's like a real dangerous dungeon, I think. Yeah, I'm not going in there. That's a dangerous place. At least it was when I was playing. No fighting for me right now, thank you very much. Okay, so no cooking house thing. Pretty sure there was one when I played. Over here or something? No, it's gone. Maybe it's still the place with the kids, but I didn't see it. Or it's over yonder? That's probably mining. Yeah, those are whatever rocks. Ooh, there's a house there. Maybe. Nah, that's in the city already. Nah. Okay, I don't know. Oh, I don't remember the game as well as I thought, maybe. Or is there a cooking spot here? Maybe I should just go to this chicken spot and just fell some wood and do it like that. We can just grab our tinderbox and stuff and just do that. Not interested? Sure. Oh, this is spam viewer. Thank you very much for your spam. Here's a ban. I guess I take all of the logs. Why the hell not? Yeah, agility definitely wasn't a thing when I played, yeah. Yeah, let's head back to the chicken, I guess. Also, let's check out the marketplace. Maybe there's the suns for the quest. Quest. Shillup and Willow. This Romeo. Oh, I kind of remember. Yes, I have seen her while I, but okay. I haven't though. Too busy. Cool. That's a quest. Borak? Ooh. That's an outrage! LOL. Bartering. Your loss, mate. How about a quest? Another damsel in distress. LOL. Best writing. Mom. Secret play area. I haven't seen him since. Where is this play area? If I told you it wouldn't be a secret. True. Or I will hurt you. What? Like threatening violence on kids, even though he doesn't really look like a kid. Never mind. Fluff's loss. I'm sure my mom will get over it. This kid is a savage. Writing back in the day. Ah, this best. Like, and he actually has like money he owes to someone. That's cute. What will make you tell me? Cash? 100 coins? What the hell? But I won't help again. I never liked my cat. Savage! Okay. Shillup is a savage. Is this the same? Is this guy the same? Ah, fudge off. I will hurt you. A young lad like me, I'd have you behind bars. You decide it's best not to hurt the boy. Yeah, good idea. Probably. Bank of RuneScape. I like how the lack of like grammar in this game, or like at least the capitalization is so off. It's funny. So let's head back to Lumbridge, I guess, where the chickens are close to that place. Red berries. Cool. Don't remember whether I need those or not. Cadaver berries. Ooh. Unicorn. Level 21. It's a unicorn. Pretty basic stuff. Okay, does this place have animals to slaughter? To Varrock, to Lumbridge Castle. Let's go to Lumbridge. So this place was Varrock, right? Al-Kharit. Yeah, that is a mining hub sort of place. Potats. Mushrooms. And like the distancing, like the relationship between the walking speed and like walking in RuneScape never felt bad. Like some games just give you options to like teleport or other stuff, I don't know. And it almost always feels bad. But like you can have the character just walking. If you have the distances made just right, if you are in walking distance of anything you'd need, and there's always stuff coming up, you can easily... Oh, I didn't take my tinderbox, no! Need to go to the bank. But yeah, you could easily have an interesting game even without the conveniences nowadays games give you. Why did I take my tinderbox? No. Bones. Let's dig. Let's dig. It is a weird religion that just lets you go on killing sprees and then like burying bones of your slain enemies. The RuneScape religion. I've always find it funny also that the game name is basically RUNESCAPE. RUNESCAPE. Like from reality or something. It's apt. It's quite apt. So can I go from here? But does that work? No? What's here? So much stuff to explore and yeah, there's nothing there. Whatever. What's this place? Do you have a fireplace there? Is this the cooking house? No, it isn't. Probably isn't. Or is it? You need at least 32 quest points. Okay. That sucks. Am I near Varrock? Probably. Yeah. That's nice, I found a shortcut. Cool. Tinderbox, here I come. Such a shoddy bank. They don't even have the booths. Just people randomly walking around. I mean, it's good for their health, I mean. That's nice. This bank cares for its employees' health. Let's also deposit the feathers, I guess. I guess I could just throw them away, but Deposit. Whew. Also, will those boys scam me if I actually give them 100 gold? Probably will, right? The writing here is sublime. This is the definition of sublime. Absolute peak writing. Okay, let's get to the place where there's lots of chickens. Chicken run. Yeah, I need to get into this place to actually cook better. I need 32 quest points though? Where can I see quest points? 0. Ouch. Probably need to head to Lumbridge. There was like easy quests there. But first, to hunt down chicken, as one should. Not hunting down farmers. I could attack them, that's funny. Nice pixelated cow. I love the artwork. Such nostalgia gaming. I mean, what's not to like there? You fail. Sure. Cool. Neato. Nice. It actually worked. Nothing interesting happens. Cool. Burnt meat. Again. Do I need like lots of cooking levels to actually cook meat? This shit burns a lot. Do I get XP for cooking when burning stuff? Probably do, right? Oh, I got one. That's nice. 60 and burning does not give you XP. Nice. Okay. Drop. I should drop it somewhere else though. It's like spelled together, burnt meat. Cooking level 2. That's pretty nice. Drop. Oh, can't do that whilst fighting. Okay, makes sense. Let's drop this stuff. We need bones, we need raw chicken, nothing else. Oh no, ashes! Drop and drop. And this version actually lets you play the premium content, I think. So that's super nice. Looking forward to that. Okay, what's my cooking? I guess I get a level for the next cooked meat I managed to perfectly cook. And there's eggs. Do I need eggs right now? Let's take the egg. Gambare, gambare, se no. Cool. Prayer level. That's nice. I get like auras or something like with that thick skin. Nice. Drain rate 15. Nice. Cool. I guess I'm cooking after this. Also, I can drop these feathers, probably. How long does stuff remain on the ground, I wonder? This burnt meat has been here for a while. Okay, let's drop this shit. Let's do one more chicken. Bones first. Chicken and logs. I could kill one while the logs remain. Optimizing that shit. I probably cannot like drop off the logs and then try it. Bones. Chicken. Tinder. Let's go. It's like fire making fire making. That's cool. That's a actual skill. That's nice because fire making is pretty difficult. IRL. For real, for real. Nice. Nice. Cooking level. Let's go. Can I make an omelette? Oh, nothing happens. Probably need an oven or something and some other ingredients. Not sure. Drop. 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 You would think that this is boring, but it's actually super nice. I mean, in my mind, this emulates like actual work. Just one by one. Nice. What were eggs used for? I guess it's like higher level cooking. Do I have some sort of recipes? Are those like online and I need to look them up? Strength 7 already. Ooh, look at me go. I also tried out Brighter Shores the other day, and it sucked. Like this sort of like feeling of achievement, of leveling, and all of the skills and everything in the world interconnecting, that was absolutely missing in Brighter Shores. There's nothing like that. And to the people saying you shouldn't compare Brighter Shores to RuneScape, no, you definitely should. It's pretty much meant to be the brainchild of Andrew Gower, so it should be compared to RuneScape. This game made Andrew Gower what he is, and for a good reason. Brighter Shores will not probably be it, unless it changes something drastically. I would go so far as to say Brighter Shores is actually a bad game. Like, I think there's like nothing enjoyable about just grinding without any sort of like meaning or like meaningful advancement in the world. And interconnectedness of skills. Like here, combat combines with cooking, combines with like future combat because I need the meat, right? Combines with fire making, combines with wood cutting, everything's combined. In Brighter Shores, it's just the grind. Nothing's meaningful there. At least the like first 8 hours I played. And I'm never gonna play it again, most likely. Pointless feathers, take bones. I mean, at like the 100-hour mark, RuneScape also kind of feels pointless, probably. At least it felt like that when I was young. But that's the 100-hour mark. Brighter Shores feels pointless from the second minute.
I feel it now. Ghosts of people who still exist but shouldn't. Mistakes never fixed.
Nice.
paths I've never crossed. People who once should have felt familiar or still feel distant. Artificially felt fortunate. Going to be
Drop, drop, drop. And if you get better at like fighting, you can do this more quickly. If you get better at cooking, you can get more out of the small session of killing chicken and cooking it. Everything feels interconnected in RuneScape, and that's what's nice. Skills are all... Ooh, another player. That's nice. Cool. Let's cook. Ah, too late. I should have gone with only one. And the pacing is actually like brilliant. It's like it looks slow, but it's actually very, very satisfying for some reason. This is peak gaming. Attack! Nice. Strength. No, he took my chicken. RuneScape is an absolute masterclass of randomly successful game design. Like, I'm pretty sure they did not envision it, like all of it. It wasn't pre-planned that this is such a success with this sort of skills. They just thought about like organically reflecting skills in a virtual world. It wasn't about like design per se. It was about creating an experience that's like how to say it, not a game design, because the game design already presupposes something fabricated, something artificial. This is just creating a world which would feel non-artificial, or like just coming up with ideas organically and just implementing them. Bang. Strength is overpowered in this game. I do remember that much. Raw chicken, sure. Another chick, please. Bones. Yay. And like I played this, I don't know, like 15 years ago, and I still remember enough of the game that I just remember the like city names, remember where I should go, how cooking works. It's just such a elegant gameplay loop. It's such an elegant system of skills that it's just so logical, you cannot forget it. And also, you did this move over and over, but somehow it felt like logical and it made sense in the game world, so I still have this in my hand. I did not use any bots, even back in the day. I was way too young to even consider that. Like, I wasn't as savvy as a, like, 10-year-old. One more meat? Maybe we'll get 2. We might get 2. Ooh, it actually regened. Cool. Did it eat its own kin or something? Raw chick. Use. Burn to meat? No! More bones. And then raw chicken. Nice. Okay, no more. Poor chicken cannot escape. Trapped in this yard. Also, really cute game design decision. You can trap chickens inside this yard. It seems very, like, natural and, like seems like that's not a great deal, like a big deal, but it actually is. Game design, like, elaborate game design choices are the very, like, simple things. Yay! Lots of strength just from killing chicken. So I can now pretty much deal with them with only 3 rounds, within 3 rounds, so they, like, 50% of the time the chicken cannot escape. Okay, maybe 40% of the time? Nice. Sometimes, like, one-shot them, so that feels nice. Ooh, there's pickpocketing in this game, right? Yeah, that's funny. Thieving, yeah. I haven't really done that. I think that came in a later update. Cool. I mean, what you learn when you're like 10 years old, that sticks with you so much more than something I learned today. Cool, cool. More bones. Raw chicken. Let's go. Chicks trying to hide inside the house? No, don't. Sorry about this. Do they have like 3 hit points? So it's a, like, if I hit them for like 3 damage one time, they'll die it. such a brilliant game. It makes me feel like a kid once more. Such a like weird thing, like this sort of like muddied graphics, pixelated game, like makes you feel I wouldn't say alive again, but makes you feel this is worth it. Dropping this for the bones. Yep, cool. Let us light the logs. Ooh, nice, first try. I'm pretty good at not burning as much meat. And the sense of accomplishment when you like learn the skill and immediately can see the results, even though it's like RNG-ish, the percentage of being better at it immediately shows. You can immediately tell you're better at the skill. It's so cool. How did I get the egg? It was so random. Nice. Cool. Drop. Drop. I guess we can do this. Raw chicken. And we can do this. Cool. Aww. Cooking level 6 already? Skill total 50 already? I guess I'm at the spot where making another fire doesn't like make too much sense. It's not like optimal or anything. It still makes sense. Because I can one-shot like every 5th or so chicken. Like functionally one-shotting them. I think it makes sense to even light the fire as is. I should also like leave a bunch of meat on the ground before making the fire, probably. Heck, what? What is it? Why does he attack the chicken? Come on. These chicken do have some mean reproductive skills. Reproducing is their thing. Okay, let's make the fire. Drop. Light. Light. Ooh, nice. Raw chicken. Let's do this. Oh, so burnt, so meat. Drop. Drop. And drop. Nice. Cooking level. Can we get all of them? Nice. Yay. Cool. Did it. I guess I'll drop some more logs and take some more bones. Just to get the prayer level up a bit. Nice. Raw chicken. One more. Let's go. Nicely cooked. Nice. Okay, let's just leave a bunch on the ground. Bunch of meat on the ground, and we can also cook like that, one at a time. I'm beginning to enjoy the sound effects. Very goofy. Very lo-fi. I like how visually clear it is where the actual meat is. Chicken. Let's go. Sorry to all the chickens out there, but this is necessary. A necessary evil in this game. Talk the chicken. Not interested in talking, are you? I take that as an insult. Let's go! Me and you. Mono a chicken. It's so addicting. Just finding them pop up in the random places and then... And it's very clear, the movement, the tiles. It's all so very clear. That's cool. Okay, I'll try to make the fire now. Ooh, one hit punch there. That's nice. Cool. Nice. It's actually good that I'm... Okay, it's not good per se that I'm burning them, but I need to drop them either way, so... Burning again? What? It's insane. How did I... Oh, maybe I'm fatigued. Okay, fatigue 56%. That might be the reason. Yeah, being fatigued sucks. I mean, let's have at least one more well-cooked steak. Medium rare. Raw chicken. Oh no! Yeah, whatevs. Let's just bury a bunch of bones then. I guess I can take the raw chicken with me. No harm in that. Let's just put everything into the bank and go to Lumbridge then. Is that the game I'm making? Obviously. If I were as ingenious, that would be nice. I mean, this is the best version of RuneScape. For sure. Like, nothing beats this shit. But yeah, it's a good point. I should be making games more than randomly killing chicken. Maybe. I don't know. Where am I going? Would be cool to try to make a RuneScape clone, maybe. Like, this would be a very challenging game-making session. Like, I love how the skills are designed in this game. Like, how every skill like complements the other. They all come together in like really nice ways. Like you need meat to fight. You actually need it. You get it by like fighting chicken and getting levels by that in fighting. Then you get levels in cooking for the same thing. Then you get levels in fire making. It all makes sense, like real life sense, kind of. Also, you get like the lumberjack thing, wood cutting. And it all comes together like in an ingenious way. I should maybe like mix up the skills a bit and then make something similar. Like a similar way of how the gameplay system works, but just make it my own. That's a good idea. I should do that. No, I don't think I need these things right now. Let's try to go questing or something and sleeping first, I guess. Where can I sleep? I don't know. Okay, if I'd envision a new game with this type of skills, what would it be like? What would I change? I'm not sure whether I'd change anything, actually. Let's think about it for a moment. I think this is the perfect game. Maybe. Maybe make it in another setting. Like a modern, like a cyberpunk setting. Like RuneScape, but cyberpunk. Would that work? Maybe. And the skills would be different because of that. There always won't be like woodcutting, but also like the medieval setting kind of works though, because back in the day, that's why people are very nostalgic about Middle Ages and so forth. Like these kind of skills, they did make real life sense, and they did complement each other. nowadays it's like it feels so bad. Not just going full on in one very like narrow skill. Sometimes it feels like you're not doing the right thing then. But back in the day, you had more skills in different topics. You were like just a better person. You complemented yourself then. It's kind of the same right now, but it's much more. There's much more competition for the narrower skill sets. I think like that, but yeah, not sure. Man and Hans. Hans gave me a quest, right? Did he? Attack Hans. Oh, poor Hans. I'm looking for whoever is in charge. Kill everyone in this castle. No! Where am I? Lumbridge Castle. Yeah, I know that much. Is that it? Okay. Lead me to your king. You're really unhelpful, Hans. Sorry. And now I get religious levels for killing Hans and burying his bones. What a religion. What an awesome religion that might be. This is like GTA, but like lo-fi. Pathways? Nice. Anti-bot systems, let's go. Duke of Lumbridge, nice. He's not busy, come on. Greetings, welcome to my castle. Quests, please. All is well. Yeah, that's cool. How can I find money? Blacksmiths are a prosperous gang. Cool. Let's go upstairs. There's a princess somewhere, right? Ooh, there's logs. Lots of logs and spiders. Cool. Was there a princess somewhere? I'm pretty sure there was. And there's like hidden levels there. I mean, it's all one big map, so I can see other... Ooh, spinning wheel. There's like a skill with this? Yeah, like spinning wheel. I think it was like a premium skill, but I can now use it, so... Ooh, mine drone, nice. Does it cook? Maybe there's a quest for me? What am I to do? What's wrong? Well, you could give me all your money. Ooh, nice hat. Thank you. It's so ordinary. Yeah, maybe. You don't look very happy. No, you're not. Take the rest of the day off. Come on. That's the worst thing I could do. I'd get in terrible trouble. What's wrong? Oh dear, I'm in a terrible mess. Duke's birthday's soon. Today. Big cake. Buy some of the ingredients. I'll never get them in time. Cool, a quest. Nice. Milk, eggs, and flour. Okay. Are these in the cellar right here? No? Sad. Is this like a bug that like there should be something in the chest but there's not? Ooh, I could use some boots, I guess. Noise. I now have boots! Woo! So what was it? What's the quest? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Milk, eggs, and flour. That makes sense. That makes for a cake. There's some sort of shop here, right? Can I get them from the shop? Or should I like make them? Should I milk some cows? I did drop some eggs recently, but yeah. Ooh, there's a player called 2 there. Cool name. I always go for the assistant, not the real shopkeeper. Good looking guy. Okay, there's no milk here. The cows were like downstairs. Or rather in the east, I guess. North, rather? Not sure. Also, this used to be a premium area, but can I go here now? Border guards. You must pay toll of 10 coins. Nah. Okay, I can't really milk them, but maybe I can with a bucket? I wonder. Was there a bucket here? I think there might have been one. I can get eggs. I need milk and flour. So let's take the bucket. Let's go to the cows. Also egg. Cool. Empty bucket plus cow is profit. Don't run away, come on, come here. You milk the cow, nice. And I'll need flour, so there was wheat somewhere. And I can just like grind the wheat or something. Lots of goblins. There was some quest fighting those goblins. I can't really recall. OG enemy. I think goblins were the first enemy in Brighter Shores as well. Like the OG Andrew Gower enemy. Andrew Gower hates goblins. You've heard it here. Probably not first, but you heard it here, I guess. We're gonna... Can I get wheat? This is wheat, right? No, cabbage. Next one? Chicken run. Here? Nah, next one. Where's the windmill? Where's the grind wheels? Maybe here in this like building? Pick wheat. Cool. Can we go in and make some whatchamacallit, flour? Nothing interesting happens. Okay. No, no tree. Let's go to the ladder, rather. Nice, this should be it. Examine first. Yay, that's what I thought. Nothing interesting happens, come on, it's grain. Maybe upstairs? Putting it in from upstairs makes sense, right? Yeah. Operate. Lol. Use first. You put the grain in, you then operate. Cool. Can we get flour now? Do I need a bucket for that? Or just take it? I need a pot to hold it. Okay. Where can I find a pot? Inside the house, maybe? Also, did the music stop? Yep. Any pots? Leaving my gates open, letting out all of my sheep. Please give me a quest. We could do with a bit of help with woolly, could share them. Spin it. 20 balls of wool. Small matter of the thing. That doesn't sound very exciting. True. What do you expect? Nah. Okay, let's try again. Quest. Woolly sheep. What do you mean, the thing? I wouldn't worry about it. Something ate all the previous sharers. Ooh. That sounds a bit more interesting. A bit worried about the thing. True. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Possibly aren't dead at all, hiding in the woods. Not convinced. That actually sounds pretty fun. Let's do that. Mighty woolly, huge good shear them. Small matter of the thing. I also like how the shirt doesn't fit the character. It's probably because it's a female though. Yes, okay. I can fight the thing. Cool. Okay, let's get a pot. Can we get a pot from... probably need to buy it, right? Let's buy a pot and shears and stuff. I'll do these quests. And this quest design, like, you always have a, like, goal. And this is like the one more turn phenomena. You want to keep playing to either get a skill or a quest done or something. There's so many good, like, goals in the game. Shares, sure. Oh, I don't have coins on me, no. I could sell the boots. Yeah, sure. Getting shears instead. Pot for 1 GP? Sure, not a job. A pot. Cool. Now we're good. Yeah, and like this design of like having everything pretty much close by and the walking speed just slow enough that it's like it makes sense like this. You could get everywhere by foot. No teleportation stuff needed. Such a good design. Wrong place. How would I make a new RuneScape? I should think about that. Yeah, oh, that item vanished, obvious. Bequeath. Do it all again. And also the quest objectives are kind of interconnected, so if you, like, there's a possibility to min-max it. It felt good to get the shears at the same time as getting the pot for the grain. Because this is like min-maxing it for 2 separate quests. I could have done it in a way that, like, I just do the one quest at a time, and I need to then, like, go to the shop 2 times. But, like, the possibility of min-maxing it, like, optimizing it, in that, like, I buy the shares and the pot at the same time. That's pretty cool, and, like, I don't know, it just gives the game more depth in a weird way, even if the stakes are not high. Like, the 1 GP and, like, the walking time isn't that high of a stake, but you always feel like you have some sort of decision making involved. Such a good design. Am I fatigued or something? No, 0 fatigue. How much is this? 10, 13. I might as well just drop some meat, I guess. I have maximum hit points. Or rather... yeah, let's eat some meat, I guess. Or I could just drop them. Maybe I'll be able to come back in time to get them. Probably not. I need a 20, right? So that's so there's 3 more. One more? One more? Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. That is 20. Let's take 2 pieces of meat with us. Nice. Is there a skill for, like, getting the wool? Wood cutting, blah blah blah. Fletching? What's that? Is that like making arrows or something? Crafting? Nah. I did not see the thing though. Oh, there's a pot here. I should have taken that pot. Yeah. Sage, thank you. Yay, 1 quest point. 3 cooking level. Ah, damn it. Did it give me XP or did it just give me straight off levels? If it gave me levels, I should have just, like, maxed out cooking and then done the quest or something. Yeah. No, not that ladder. Come on. This one. Oh, that's not it. Okay, I need to go to the other side. The wool. I did not see the thing though that farmer was talking about. I need to take another look, I guess. Okay. I don't think there's a skill involved here. Yeah, just spinning yarn is easy, no skill involved whatsoever. Cool. Rune! Yes, please. I mean, there's so many decisions that Andrew Gower made game design-wise that like harken back to the RuneScape, like the items that like respawn, or like pretty sure it doesn't have items, it just have like weird chests that have a meaningless amount of coin respawning in them. That's actually bad design choice. It's weird. It's like RuneScape light without like interesting aspects of it. But yeah, where's the menace? Where's the creature, the thing the farmer was talking about? I don't see it. Is it that goblin? Probably. Whoa, one at a time. That's cool. Yeah, handing out so many yarns of balls of wool takes time. That makes sense, right? Is there a skill to like give off items? That would be interesting, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of meditative to do this, even if it's like just waiting. That's all of them. Nice crafting levels. 1 quest point. Cool. Looking for something to kill. Don't kill me. Livestock alone, you scoundrel. I mean, your chickens are very reproductive. They just respawn almost immediately, so why not? But yeah, there was this goblin. I guess that's the creature the guy referred to. I saw it here. Somewhere. This one? No? Giant spider? Yeah. Where's the goblin? Goblo. No, that's chicken. It was level 13 goblin. That's high level. Will it attack me? Okay, that's level 7. That's not half as bad. I guess someone defeated it. Yeah, no clue. Quest points 2. That's not a lot though. Okay, there was some other quest in Lumbridge. In that building, probably? Or was it here? Might have been from here. Man. Was it the priest? Maybe there was like some vampires? Saradomin. Who's Saradomin? Surely, he who creates the forces of goodness is the god with more followers than any other, at least in this world. So it's a content creator, right? I'm not from this world. Strange. Slime and tentacles. You misspelled tentacles though. Oh nice, fourth wall. Should have kept talking. I want to see all the dialogue options. That's how good writing is, even though it's shamefully bad in like grammar and stuff. That doesn't matter. Tentacle option this time. I think I can use some of this writing style. Big arm. In games I'd make. Let's maybe try right after this. Nice place you've got there. It is. 230 years ago. Okay, that's a conversation killer. Let's do the last bit. Cannot believe your ignorance. Yeah, oh, that's Saradomin. There's only one Saradomin. Cool, sweet, cute. Looking for a quest, please. Killing vampires or something, or skeletons? The ghost in the church. Cool. Yeah, I'm playing classic RuneScape. Hello, Rusky. This is the best version of it. Willing to help, Father Eric. Quite dangerous. What? I have not seen this in ages. Yeah, there's private servers now. It's like rsc.vet.vet. I immediately wanted to play once I heard this private service. There's a ghost in the church graveyard. Rid of it. My friend Father Ernie is an expert, currently living as a hermit. He has a little shack somewhere in the swamps south of here. South, okay. So willing to help. Eric. Cool. What does the altar give me? Thought it just meant old school RuneScape. No, classic RuneScape. This thing. Full prayer points. Ah, yeah, I can use prayer for like strength and stuff. That's cool. Oh, there's a ghost. Could I talk to it and make it go away? Hello, ghost. Woo. Oh, that's interesting. Woo woo. Nice. Woo. Did he really? Woo. Okay. Yeah. Good writing, though. Good writing. Woo! I'm not sure about that. Well, if you insist. Ah, such a good dialogue. Okay, and anyway, I need to go south, but how do I reach there? Autopathing? Okay, I probably need to just like go behind the castle. Yeah, I think I just like I tried the new version of RuneScape something like a couple of years ago, and I kind of was like meh. It was kind of disappointing. The monetization was awful, etc. And old school RuneScape is just like it kind of lacks some charm. This one has for some reason. I mean, ooh, adventure, nice. Is there a quest here? Don't remember. What are you camped out here for? Good adventures? This one is a bit too old school for my liking. Oh, I get you. I get you. But like, this is the one I put my time into, and this is still very, very charming for me. This is our adventure. We don't want to share it. Please tell me. I don't think you found a good adventure at all. Zanaris. What's Zanaris? Please tell me. Come on. No. Okay, fair. Again. Good adventures. This option led us forward. What makes you think it's out there? Hidden in the swamp. Ooh. There's no such thing. Heh. Lol. Okay, so I need to examine all trees or something? Leafy tree. Whatevs. Let's try to go for the priest quest. Swamp tar. Lovely. Where was that? Like here? Come on, how can you not like this artwork? These rats are amazing. The fur on their backs. Absolutely amazing. Find yourself in a shed. What the hell? Why did the door close? Whew. No, I'm not in the shed anymore. Come on. Anyway. That's the spot, right? Urhi. Nice. Meditating. Okay. Cool. That's friendly. Go away! Okay. No, I won't. I will bother you with repossessing your house, maybe? Under what grounds? A repeated failure on mortgage payments. I just wanted this house. Cool. I have strength to prove it, but... Like, okay, I can't attack you. Whatever. What's the other option? Mortgage payments? You don't have a mortgage. Wrong address. All the houses look the same around here. Okay. Father Eric. Ghost language, please. He gets himself into lots of problems. Yeah. Stuck up bell ropes. Ghost, oh the silly fool. For just 5 months and already he can't manage. Aww. Two years of prayer. Okay. Take this amulet, then you'll understand the ghost. Ghost speak. Yay. Cool. Or I can just fight it, maybe? Thank you. That's cool. Oh yeah, there were like amulets in this game. And you could like, craft them and stuff. Oh, such memories. Okay, I'll speak to the ghost and then end the stream and then try to make the game. Or like, make a game. Again. Can I go by this river? Can I? Maybe? No? Fudge! Why is it? The pathfinding is weird. You should have one gate to the swamp, come on. What city is this? Okay, auto pathfinding, maybe? Okay, now it should work. I can actually see the way. And I can maybe go here? See what's up in that house. Okay, nothing. Cool. Giant spider. That's lovely. What's up with this place? Just exploring. Ah, that's the place with the farmer. Nice. It all comes together. I mean, the scale of the place is like the perception of the scale of the place is so much bigger. Because of the movement speeds and because also of the like how much you explore the surrounding areas by moving along. There's actually quite a bit of like information you get from like almost each step you take. It makes the game really good. Okay, let's talk to the ghost and then that's it for today. Ghosty? Ghost. Rip. Also there's like... Ooh, spooky. There's like different gravestones with... Was there like a Easter egg gravestone? I think there was. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. How are you? Woo woo woo. Okay, I can't really talk right now. Any hints for treasure? Whoa! Thank you. Maybe like this? Not very good, actually. Aww. Yes, I understood. This is so snarky, it's so good. Yeah, it's a bit, sorry. Hang on a second, you can't understand me. Whoa! No, I can't. He's a moron. Nice. Let's go the other route this time. Very powerful. No, you're scary. I mean, I need to choose this option. It's cool. Okay, cool. That's it for today. I'm not speaking to the coast again because it's scary. That makes sense. Log out. Cool. Nice. The actual OG RuneScape. Oh, I love this game. I think this was like one version before this, but like this is the one for me. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get back to this one. But yeah, that's it for today, and I should make dialogue for. Like, inspired by this, I should start writing dialogue for my game. I'll try to do that. Let's take out Inky. So... Can we share the screen? If that's interesting. Okay, so we have... I've used Inky, which is like a tool that I probably don't need if I want to like do C# or something. But I tried it out, it's not bad. Is this the... I think this is the better one. Let's do the brainstorming bit. So the logic goes something like this. It's so bright. Bright as shores. Tunnel, if you're here, you can give this a look. Anyway, so in Inky, I wanted to have like a logic where I either choose skills in like a dialogue in an event, either choose skills or just neutral click anywhere to like progress the dialogue. So neutral click means like pretty much ignoring what the situation is or what the other said, like not doing anything. So this is like a universal choice for almost pretty much all the events. So neutral choice is obviously just like the neutral click, just not doing anything. But yeah, anyway, this Inky thing works with these arrows. And this leads to knots. Knots are a thing within Inky, like... Oh, you're here. Cool. Have you, like, tried this dialogue system before? It's pretty cool. I would probably end up... No? Okay, cool. There's a bunch of games made in this. There's, like... Inky is the app, I think. Ink is the language. And... like there's maybe a company called like Ink something. Anyway, but yeah, how this works is there's it's a separate language. You can, I think there was like plugins for Unity and stuff like that. I'll try that later. But yeah, knots. So basically, right now you can see I have this like file for the basic logic for basically what are like functions, what are functionally functions. So as I said, the universal thing is the skill or click thing. So I either use skills or click neutral. So the choose a skill option leads me to choose between the skills defined in the basic choice template here. I should definitely write this in C# eventually, but because I can't really implement neutral click logic from this directly. But anyway, choose skills. So I have a couple of like examples. Basic human tongue is like, I mean, my character would be a monster, right? It would need the skill or the like item, like maybe the item of like an actual human tongue to speak the thing. So if I had the option, I could click that and it leads to a different outcome, which is probably defined in C# later. I can have functions refer to C# files within the Syncy. But yeah, I can. Why this is neat is that I can just try out different stuff. So neutral click gives me the next event. I have the next couple of choices then, etc. It would be better if I had like a straight up dialogue options like in RuneScape. Let's try to emulate what I saw in RuneScape right now. So here the new event starts in the separate file. This is referenced here with the arrow. So basically if you start from this file, the first arrow knot is red, and this refers to the next file, which is included here. Can you create variables in ink? Yeah. I think it was like, was it var? Yeah, var. Or was it var? Expected variable name. Yeah, and you can say like random variable. I don't know, 1. No issue. Yeah, and I can use that. I did have some trouble with assigning variables within Inky. So I basically solved it. How did I solve it? Oh yeah, I didn't use variables. I instead put the knot itself as a parameter. That solved my issue. I don't really remember what the issue exactly was, but yeah, okay, so yeah, what I wanted was to pass down a neutral choice and an aggressive choice in a parameter in these like separate events to go into the basic language choice. So let's say, let's go back. You do a skill, basic human tongue choice, and because it was the first file, it was the first knot, you get the no and this is just like examples, this is like brainstorming. You get these choices passed down as parameters from here. So I basically write my dialogue as a parameter here, which is weird, but hey, it works kind of. Usually the dialogue options are written as like the plus sign and the actual written language, but yeah. You have, for example, aggressive choice. What if you want the choice to influence the dialogue main chapters later? Then passing down the aggressive choice would be pretty tedious. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. They did have some sort of way to have states in Inky and change them. But yeah, definitely this is like more of a simplified thing. and I was like playing around with this. And I think it would be perfect for like RuneScape type of dialogue if I want to make that. But yeah, eventually I'd need to build a dialogue system if I want that in C#, I think. I could do it right now, but I'm not feeling it. I think I'll do that not on stream, because I don't know, I don't have program skills like that right now. It would take time and would be a bit confusing to talk at the same time. But yeah, let's try to make like a quick RuneScape type of deal. So let's say new event starts. You see a ghost. The ghost says, "Woo, woo, moo." Okay, so what was that visual novel engine? Have you tried name of that engine here? Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other choices. There's beside Inky, there's what was it? There was one other I tried, but it kind of sucked because it was like all visual, like nodes you can see on screen. Pi something. No, I think this was not the one I tried. But yeah, the one I tried had like everything cluttered up on the screen just as like nodes, and that kind of sucked. I much prefer it like in a sort of like logic like files. But yeah, once I'm here, I should do it like in C# already or something. I don't know. RenPy. No idea. No clue. I'll look that up. Let's see. RenPy? RenPy. Yeah, haven't done this. Haven't tried this. Visual novel engine. Ooh, Slay the Princess is made with RenPy? That's awesome. Huh. Cool. That's a cool game. Haven't played it, but I've seen walkthroughs with like psychologists playing it, and that's very cool. So, open source, that's nice. Sounds, images, yeah, I can do that in Inky. The easy to learn scripted language allows anyone to efficiently write large visual novels, whilst Python scripting is enough for complex simulation games. Okay, so it has Python built in, kind of. So it's like a Python library or something, or like, okay. Let's try. It's built every night. I guess. I'll try this. But yeah, just as an exercise, we can create the ghost story from RuneScape. The ghost says moo moo or whatever. So the skill that I'd pass down. How could I actually put that in? I just need to define it like separately, I think. It would be the put on amulet of ghost speak. Immediately changed here, that's nice. So this has two choices then. Pass down by here. So I can understand you. No. When I put it on. Okay. So what happens then? I put on the amulet, and then the basic language choice happens. So the ghost says, shame, I can't, shame you can't understand me. Couldn't. That's inappropriate. You ugly person. Oh, but that's a option I have. Put on amulet of ghost speak is the option that gives me these. Okay, so this is not what the ghost says. This is what I say. Okay, but when this basic language choice happens, I'll get some. Okay, I put on the amulet. That's the choice I have. Put on amulet. This leads me to, it should lead me to actually not the basic language choice yet. Or it might. I can just put it, I can now understand you, ghost. I can say, whoa. Okay, but this is passed down, so it will say that nonetheless. Okay, yeah, like that RuneScape dialogue doesn't really need this sort of logic. I need to just delete this and write it anew, I guess. But yeah, my game kind of was all about this this function of like skills or clicking neutral. Also, do I have the RenPy thing downloaded? I have. Let's extract that shit. Do I have any sensitive information here? I do not think so. Maybe. I don't know. No, I might. Let's put this on this different screen. Let's do... Where was it? Don't see it extracted. Weird. Downloads. I did extract it there. So where is it? Was it not successful? Oh, it showed the folder not as the... Even though I sorted the state modified it, that did not show the folder. Okay, whatever. I'll move it later. Choose language. Tutorial. Okay, why not? Navigate script, game base. Let's just start from the get-go. Game, oh, it wanted me to open it. Okay, cool. Tutorial, can I do that? Launch project. Okay, start. Sure. Enter the game menu, you'll see the save screen. Clicking on the numbered slot will save the game. Okay, so that's like built-in logic. Unlike other engines, RenPy doesn't limit the number of save slots that you can use. You can keep hitting next until you reach the page you want. That's a very oddly specific thing to talk about first when presenting your game engine. Clicking on the title of the page allows you to start typing to change the page name. What? The load screen looks quite similar to the save screen and lets you load a game from a save slot. Okay, that's like you're teaching me how to play the game? It also lets you load one of the autosaves. Okay, so this is built in probably, right? This is like pre-programmed or something. While the default game menus look a bit generic, with a little work, they can be customized or entirely replaced. That's nice, but the logic is there, okay. While inside the game, there are a few more things you can do. When I'm liking a visual novel, an odd way to say that, I want to see all the endings, old music as well. This is really strange, but it's kind of cute. See all endings. RenPy's skip function lets me easily do this by skipping text that I've already seen. I can skip a few lines by holding down Control, or I can toggle skip mode by clicking the skip button at the bottom of the screen. I can't skip. This is disabled back. We only skip red text, so this won't do anything the first time through the game. Okay, makes sense. Nice. Clicking on the auto button toggles auto forward mode, which makes the game advance without you clicking. Sure. Q save, quick load, make a save. Yeah, makes sense. A bit too much time for the auto. Pressing the S key saves a screenshot to disk. Okay. So this still teaches me to like not create, but like actually play. No. Yeah, this is cool. I guess. Player experience. Okay, so it's still odd, like an odd first quick start topic. Text tags, escape, interpolation. That's cool. I mean, let's go one by one. Create a visual novel. First step is to create a new project. Name of a project. That's very basic. Very basic. Basic. Self-explanatory. Script RPy. Front page launcher. If it's your first game, try doing so. Sleep music. Yeah, that's true. Oddly, it's not sleep music. It's like march music. But marching music is always the like worst kind of music in my opinion. It's like the hyper cheerful like war music, which is like super contradictory. I mean, if that's your thing. If it's your first time doing so, RenPy will ask you to select the text editor, Atom. Read the description. I tried Atom at some point. I hate it. Atom sucks. You should be able to open the menu and mute the music. Prefs? It's funny though. I'm not sure whether I want to mute it because it's like it's the most idiotic thing in my opinion, but it's funny. Atom might be a safe choice, blah blah. After the text editor is downloaded, the script will open up and you can start to change what characters are saying. Weirdly phrased way to say you can write into the script file, I guess. This is oddly a very funny choice of music. Like, it's not good, but it's memorable in a weird way. Writing dialogue, probably the most common thing the creator does with RenPy, write dialogue. Script examples. You need to click outside of the example window in order to advance the tutorial. What? What? Okay, when an example is bigger than the screen, you can scroll around in it using the mouse wheel or by simply dragging the mouse. I mean, okay. A script might seem scary at first. Okay. But if you look, you'll see it's easy to match up what I'm saying. Weird. Like, okay, the creator was clearly not a native speaker, but that's cool. Let's see the simplest possible RenPy game. It's really, really dark in here. Better watch out. By Gru. Label start. Script demonstrates two kinds of RenPy statements, labels and say statements. First line is a label. The label statement is used to give a name to a place in the program. Okay. So the label is start. Cool. We're naming the place start. The start label is special. Okay, so this is not like there's like keywords that already have like built-in functionality. Okay, cool. The next line is a simple say statement, but you don't define it as say. Okay. It consists of a string beginning with a double quote and ending at its next double quote. Special characters in strings can be escaped with a drag dash. Cool. Really dark in here. Single string on a line by itself, it uses the narrator to say that string. So a single string can be used to express the character's thoughts. RenPy sees a single string on a line by itself. It's actually not march music. It's not marching music. It's like a jazzy kind of take that's inspired by march music. Anyway, I think this has its own genre names. It's like pre-jazz. I don't know. When RenPy sees a single, it's like Dixie maybe. Is it Dixie music? RenPy sees a single string on the line by itself. It uses the narrator to say the string. Express a character's thoughts, but better watch out. Blah blah blah. When we have two strings separated by a space, the first is used as a character name, second was the character is saying. This two argument form of the say statement is used for dialogue. If you'd like, you can run this game yourself by erasing everything in your project's script file. Replacing it with the code in the box above. Okay. Make sure to preserve the spacing before lines. That's known as indentation and is used to help RenPy group lines of script into blocks. Using a string for a character's name is inconvenient for two reasons. The first is that it's a bit verbose, while typing Lucy isn't so bad. Imagine you had to type Eileen Richardson thousands of times. Second is that it doesn't leave any place to put styling, which can change the look of a character. To solve these problems, can let you define characters. Define character, Lucy, color. Okay, cool. So if you say I, it would be Lucy then, right? Character definition begins with the word defined, that will define something, and you refer to the character as I then. Define is followed by a short name of the character, like I will be able to use that short name when writing dialogue. Followed by an equal sign and the thing that we're defining. In this case, it's a character. Makes sense, I can see that here. On the first line, the character's name is given to be Lucy, and her name will be drawn a reddish color. These short names are case sensitive. Cool. Here's the full game, including 2 lines of dialogue, both of which use the character we defined to say dialogue. Okay, that's nice. The one argument from a form of the say statement is unchanged, but in the 2 argument form, instead of the first string, we can use a short name. So it's I without the quotation marks. Cool. When the say statement is run, RenPy will look up the short name, which is really a Python variable. Yeah, nice. The character object controls who is speaking, the color of their name, many other properties of the dialogue. Since the bulk of a visual novel is dialogue, we've tried to make it as easy to write as possible. Hopefully by allowing the use of short names for characters, we've succeeded. Is there anything else you'd like to see? Let's go. I need to go to the toilet or something. Let's do the quick start things and let's just go through as much as we can, I guess. Adding images. First choose image names, then place the image files into the image directory. An image name is something like BG Cave or Lucy Happy. Start with lowercase letter. So no big letters, so to say. No uppercase letters. First part of the image is a tag, BG Cave, the tag is BG. Lucy Happy, the tag is Lucy. You can open the image directory by clicking the appropriate button in the RenPy launcher. Appropriate button, okay. The files in the images directory should have the same name. Sure. Oh, it uses WebP pictures. That's nice. Our example uses BG Cave and Lucy Mad. Let's see what these look like in the game. What's the big deal with me being in a cave and I'm stuck here? Nice. Show Lucy Mad at right. Okay, so there's a couple of keywords. Scene. That probably shows the cave picture. Show Lucy Happy. So the scene is the background and show shows something in the foreground. Now the text is presented by the character name and show Lucy Mad at right after this text is gone through. Okay, gotcha. Label start, yeah. Notice how it includes 2 new elements. Scene statement clears the screen and then adds a background image. Yeah, I got that. The show statement adds a new image on top of all the other images on the screen. All the others. So there can be other besides the background and the show. Maybe. If there is already an image with the same tag, the new image is used to replace the old one. Changes to the list. Oh, so that's why tags are good. Okay, cool. BG, so background. Okay, gotcha. Changes to the list of shown images take place instantly. So in the example, the user won't see the background by itself. Okay. Second show statement has an at clause which gives a location on the screen. At right, yeah. Common location left, right and center, but you can define many more. In this example, we show an image named logo base and we show it at a creator-defined position, right-ish. Show logo base at right-ish behind Eileen. Oh, behind. That's cool. Behind an image, in this case Eileen. Cool. And is Eileen defined? Huh. Hide statement. Cool. Since the show statement replaces an image and the scene statement clears the scene, it's pretty rare to hide an image. Yeah, makes sense. Main use is for when a character or prop leaves before the scene is over. I guess. Positioning images, I guess that's pretty straightforward, I don't know. Okay, let's go through these and leave in-depth for later. Well, this is quite neat though. Can we like try to do like a cool little game right now? Okay, I'll read through this shit. This is quite interesting. So, positioning images. Check choices maybe. Okay, I'll go through images. When the standard positions that come with RenPy aren't enough for you, you can create your own. Choices and Python. Yeah, that makes sense. Show I'm happy, X align, Y align. Cool. That's by colon then. Cool. Transform properties is a name followed by a value. Okay, that's transform. As it controls where the image is placed horizontally on the screen. Yeah, I got that. And Y is vertically. 1.0 is on the left. What was the previous one? Okay, so 0 is on the left. Cool. The decimal place is important. Cool. You can pick any position in between. I mean, yeah, this isn't super important for beginning. Transform slight left. Okay, defining the transform then. Transforms not defined on top of a file, makes sense, right after the characters, but it doesn't matter to RenPy where you define them. The transform is given in names, slight left, and then the X line, yeah, makes sense. Transforms are sticky. If you replace an image without using a transform, RenPy will keep the same transforms it had been using. Okay, so I don't need to write the transform code, like the reference to the transform every single time. Cool. There's a lot more to transforms than this. If you want to learn more, you can read the sections on position properties, blah blah. Yeah, okay, choices. Where are choices? Choices in Python. Yeah, this looks to be interesting, but it's soon, so I can go through transitions and music first. I think I have time for doing all of the quick start options and then trying to make a quick game. I still have like an hour or so. Yeah, let's do transitions, I guess. Jarring, to jump from place to place to help take some of edge off. Definitely not a native speaker. A change in scene. RenPy supports the use of transitions. Let's try that scene change again. Transitions. Okay. Much smoother. Here's some example code showing how we include transitions in our game. Scene. Define background White House with dissolve. So is this like a keyword? Dissolve 0.5. Pause 0.5. So dissolve is probably how quickly it changes, or I don't know. Scene BG Washington, so this is what it dissolves into. Show Eileen happy, okay, with dissolve. Okay, the with statement. The with statement causes the scene to transition from the last things shown to the things currently being shown. So you define what's currently being shown, and then this changes it from the previous one. It's weird that it's written after defining what's coming. Okay, whatever. It takes transition as an argument. In this case, we're using the dissolved transition. This transition takes as an argument the amount of time the dissolve should take. Yeah, in this case, each transition takes half a second. But what's that pause there for? Is it showing the picture for half a second and then transitioning to the next one? Okay, we can define the short name for a transition using the define statement. It wasn't defined, it was weird. So what's different with weird and define? The define was more universal, probably more general. Interesting. It's kind of a function. Anyway, define a short name for a transition using the define statement. Here we're defining slow dissolve to be a dissolve that takes a whole second. Okay, so it's like an object. Define gives definitions to objects as dissolve in this case, and dissolve is automatically the same thing as a while. With, sorry, not while. Syntax I need to get used to. Once the transition has been given a short name, we can use it in our game. Transition has been given a short name. Okay, so it was defined as define slow dissolve. With slow dissolve. Oh, you still use with. But this with, just you don't need to write out the arguments dissolve every time. You can use the slow dissolve. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Scene Pizza White House with slow dissolve. But what's the pause? Was the pause statement included? Oh, okay, there was no pause. It just went into the next one. Scene Beach Washington, yeah. This is the same thing that showed. RenPy defines some transitions for you. Dissolve, fade, and move. For more complex and customized transitions, you'll have to define your own. Whatever. If you're interested, check out the Transitions Gallery section. Cool. Let's do one at a time. Important part of a visual novel or simulation game is the soundtrack. Breaks sound up into channels. The channel the sound is played on determines if the sound loops and if it is saved and restored with the game. When the sound is played on the music channel, it is looped and it is saved when the game is saved. What? Okay, music channel always loops, probably. And it is saved when the game is saved. Okay, so basically the state that the music is in is saved exactly. When the channel named sound is used, the sound is played once and is stopped. It isn't saved. Okay, gotcha. The sounds themselves are stored in audio files. It supports Opus, Ogg Vorbis, and MP3. Yeah, makes sense. Let's check out some of the commands that can affect the music channel. The play music command replaces the currently playing music and replaces it with the named file name. Very straightforward. Fade out 1. If you specify the currently playing song, it will restart it. Okay. If the optional fade out clause is given, it will fade out the currently playing music before starting the new music. Okay. So this is for the currently playing thing. So play music, like to my logic, it would be fade out and then play music. But I mean, this works. The queue statement also adds music to the named channel. Queue statement, huh? But it waits until the currently playing song is finished before playing the new music. Okay, those are cute functions. That's cute functionality. That I kind of like this. Stop music, fade out 1. The first statement, it did fade out. That's nice. The first statement is the stop statement. It stops the music playing on the channel. Unlike the music channel, playing a sound on the sound channel causes it to play only once. But it was play, stop, cue music, play music. Okay, play is universal for sound and music. Cue sound, cool. Can I define a cued cue? Anyway, RunPy has separate mixers for sound, music and voices, so the player can adjust them as they like. Is there a in-depth thing about that? Because that's kind of interesting. No, there isn't. I would like to see that mixer. Okay, whatever. Choices in Python, finally. Many visual novels require the player to make choices from in-game menus. These choices can add some challenge to the game. Adjust it to the player's preferences. Do you like play visual novels with choices in them? Difficult choice. I don't know which to choose. Don't make... Yes, I do. This was enjoyment that you heard just now. I was exemplifying enjoyment. It's like existential dread is enjoyment. While creating a multipath, so that's my game design philosophy, you just make the player feel existential dread as much as you can. While creating a multipath visual novel can be a bit more work, it can yield an unique experience. An unique experience. It should be an. Here you can see the code for that menu. If you scroll down, you can see the code we run after the menu. What's the menu? For that menu that I just had. Okay, menu, yes I do. Jump choice 1, yes. Jump choice 1, no. Okay, so this is a different branch, I guess. Different path. If you scroll down, you can see the code we run after the menu. Label choice 1. Okay, label keyword. That's weird. Little statement or whatever. $sign menu flag true. Menu flag true. What does that do? While creating a multipath, it can use. Okay. E. Is that like E is a defined thing or? Jump choice 1 done. Games without menus are called kinetic novels and there are dozens of them available to play. Those suck. Jump choice 1 done. So it always ends up in done. Label choice 1 done. The game continues here. Yeah, basically that's the same thing I did here. When I said exit skill or like combat skill goes to combat, and you can have different stuff happening here, but you can just end the thing, or you can tie the knot to a different thing. Anyway, I'm curious about the menu keyword. Jump is a nice keyword though. I like jump. Menus are introduced by the menu statement. The menu statement takes an indented block in which there can be one line of dialogue and multiple choices. Okay. Curious. Menus are introduced by the menu statement. Indented block. So indentation is really important here. Cool. There can be one line of dialogue and multiple choices. What does that mean? Where's the dialogue line? Okay, let's go for it. Each choice must end with a colon. Cool. Let's run when the choice is selected. Okay, here each block jumps to a label, while you could put small amounts of RenPy code inside a menu label. It's probably good practice to usually jump to a bigger block of code. Yeah, that makes sense. Menu flag false, true. What does that do though? Scrolling down past the menu, you can see the labels that the menu jumps to. There are 3 labels there named choice 1, yes, done, and no. It always jumps to done though. Okay, but there are different in-between choices, like options. When the first main choice is picked, we jump to the choice 1, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Similarly, picking the second choice jumps to choice 1, no. Different lines of script. The lines beginning with $sign are lines of Python code which are used to set a flag based on the user's choice. Okay, flags are really cool. Yeah, I think there's something akin to a flag system in Inky as well. But Inky has messy documentation and it doesn't have as cute a tutorial. I don't remember the way that I can use flags inside Inky. Anyway. Flag is named menu flag and it's set to... It kind of comes down to what you asked earlier about the states and stuff like that. The flag is named menu flag and set to true or false based on the user's choice. If statement can be used to test the flag so the game can remember the user's choices. Yeah, that's the same in Inky. But I don't remember how to do that exactly in Inky. I need to look up documentation. For example, I remember that you plan to use menus in your game. Here's an example that shows how we can test a flag and do different things if it is true or not. Yeah, this was unique. Finally, this shows how you can show dialogue and menus at the same time. Understand? Menu and dialogue. So yes, it says great. No, it says if you look at the example. So E refers to the character, right? It's predefined. It's like Eileen or something. Yeah. There's an indented say statement. If you look at the example before the first choice, there's an indented say statement. Is this like a say statement? Does the Eileen tag automatically give a say statement? Or is it here? If menu flag E, for example, else. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's say no. Let's go through that. Although we won't demonstrate it here, RenPy supports making decisions based on a combination of points, flags, and other factors. Oh, points, nice. One of RenPy's big advantages is the flexibility using a scripting language like Python provides us. It lets us easily scale from kinetic novels to complex simulation games. Is there anything else I'd like to see? I mean, that was cool. Might try it out. Does it have like good integration with Unity or something? I'm not sure what I mean by that, but You can't directly load the Unity scene into RenPy. You can integrate RenPy for visual novel segment within the Unity project. Digital Novel Studio is an asset that allows you to create visual novel elements using a visual graph, but that's a different thing. That's not RenPy. You might consider reworking it for RenPy or porting your entire Unity game to RenPy. That's a weird direction of him, like porting things. Does it use RenPy actually? What is the Digital Novel Studio? Let's look that up. Friendly user interface simplifies the process of creating scripts for RenPy. Okay, so this is strictly RenPy related. That's cool. But is it necessary to integrate with Unity? It is designed to be used within the Unity editor. Okay, that's nice. AI jumps from how to make a visual novel to just port it. Yeah. AI answers aren't the best. It's designed to be used within the Unity editor where you can add dialogues, pictures, blah blah. Okay. I mean, I can like do script creation. That wouldn't be necessarily the thing I'm worrying about. I'm worrying about if everything else, the game logic is built in Unity. Like, can I just use RenPy to, I don't know, import I don't know, dialogue or something? Because there's cool ways to like make JSON files out of like Inky. Export to JSON and stuff, and it has, as I said, like integrations in Unity or like some, I don't know, some weird stuff I haven't tried out. Wondering whether this like Digital Novel Studio does the trick with that, because like, yeah, I could make like a separate game with RenPy. It seems like really cool. But does it work with my current project that we're making? I don't know. I don't know if anything works. I probably need to just write my own dialogue functionality into the game. That would be the cleanest. But can I do that? I don't know. If it's for visual novels and integrate it with Unity, it's probably not going to work. Yeah, I think not as well. Even though like it could work in a way. Like my issue is that there's like specific game logic that's tied into the way the narrative is presented in the game. Like it's possible I can use Inky for it, because Inky can refer to C# functions. So I can just like, by going to the not skill or click, I can also add a reference to a function within Unity, and then like that function will run. Like let's say I do the neutral click thing. Once I choose the neutral click, okay, so this is weird. Can I actually make the neutral click choice? Can I make that like fire up when I click anywhere on the screen? Like there's like I define within Unity that like clicking on the screen, besides the skilled part, fires off this bit in Inky, but that's unnecessarily complicated. Why not write it in C# already? kind of complicates the pipeline. Yeah, I don't know. And there's a very specific way the events are built by the lead programmer. They were built in Unreal. They're not built yet in Unity. There were something like cards, like an event card that refers to other cards. I didn't really understand that logic, but I need to probably just discuss it with him and just make something work. I don't think I can really efficiently use Inky nor Ren'Py, but I can make a different game with Ren'Py. I can make my first game here. My own first game. No one else, just me. I mean, that's enough for now. I can come back later. Okay. Oh, this is still the tutorial. Back. Skip. That's enough. Skip. So... Ooh, there's a save state already inside that. Okay, cool. Preferences, so could quit. So that's the tutorial. Open directory. Launch project, create new project, I guess. I haven't really built up the directories as I'd like it. I think it's under documents. Repo. Okay, make new folder. Test Ren'Py. English language project, sure. Test Ren'Py. Reasonable compromise? Why compromise? Why not just use the aspect ratio I have? Okay, accent and background colors. I mean, the first one looks cool. This is way too busy. This is like... Okay, so here's where like color psychology comes into play. This is actually quite nice. I like this. So looking at this, I feel like a battle or like blood or something. This seems like something intimate, like a setting in a lounge or something, like a sci-fi lounge. This looks to be, I don't know what this is. Soothing, I guess. This is something, not sure. Blue is just like basic bitch coloring. Orange, I think this invokes something like, I don't know, excitement or like a bit of threat. Greenish yellow. I don't know what this invokes. Green is the soothing thing. And this is interesting. This is like a very cold, like machine-like coloring. And this, what do I want to go for? What type of game would I want to be inspired by this color scheme first to create it? Let's say we go for this one. It's kind of a sci-fi setting, I guess. Yeah, the transparent background, the white background with this. I don't think I want to do sci-fi. Also, the fonts play a real big role, I guess. I can maybe choose them later. Yeah, the fonts are really important. Let's just go with this, I guess. Okay, test RenPy, launch project. Oh, okay, so thinking of put in 2Ps. My mechanical keyboard is really bad with inputs. Anyway, start. Eileen, happy. You've created a new RenPy game. Once you add story, pictures, and music, you can release it to the world. Okay, so I need to probably open up the project folder itself. Also, having this under downloads doesn't make sense, but I'll put it under app stuff later, I guess. Test RenPy game. Do I open it with like code? Trust the authors, game, audio, cache, Docker. No, Docker isn't it. Wasn't there open in editor or something in the RenPy launcher? Okay, is there? Test RenPy, open directory, launch, edit files separately. I don't see open in editor yet. Am I blind or something? Guided user interface, audio. I mean, I can just go with the VS Code. If you use edit file, which one? I cannot edit all of them at the same time. Visual Studio Code. I already have it. I don't want to install it. Come on, I already have it. So basically, opening it manually makes sense, right? Okay, there's guided user interface files. There's saves navigation JSON. Persistent. Common. Some parameters. Guided user interface. Options. Script. Okay. So define character. Okay, this is the thing the tutorial worked on. Oh, okay, so I don't have the extension. Let's install Python. I guess that's okay. Installing. Yay. Let's go to script again. Okay, it thinks everything is a error because it doesn't know RenPy. Is there something for RenPy? This is crossed out, but this is rich support for the RenPy programming language. So this is probably deprecated. Last release, 2023. Okay, this is probably it. Sure, not verified. Maybe, let's trust them. I mean, I can just manually do this, I think. Yeah, I think just installing this does the trick. Yeah, it already shows them as RenPy files. So yeah, cool. Label start, CNBG room, show Eileen happy. Okay, but there's images files that I don't see here. Can't really work with them inside here, nor inside the RenPy thing. Okay, so we need to go inside the folder, I guess, and just change the images. But there were images already that it used, right? Where did those come from? Like, this is an image, right? Or isn't it? Is this just like a global placeholder? But it is an image. Where does it come from? Maybe renpy's used built-in placeholders. Yeah. But it's probably in the lives in the folder that the app itself is in. Okay, makes sense. What's good here? Weird files. Where was Horang? That's weird. 4 character placeholders, 2 female and 2 male. Okay, how do I reference them though? I could just download stuff though. I don't want to open these on stream. Let's do it. Oh no! This is so... Okay. These are not suitable. Okay, let's see our very basic frog art. Does that work? Toad. Let's copy that. Let's copy the toad. Let's go back. Put that in here. Define character Eileen. Show Eileen happy. But let's say it is T, and it's a character, and it's called Northern Toad Frog. I don't know. Where does the image come from? Eileen happy? Show Eileen happy. Okay, it shows character sprite. A placeholder is used, but you can replace it by adding a file named Eileen happy PNG to the images directory. Eileen happy PNG. Oh, so that's the default file name, right? Define T, but I add the file name here, or is it here? Show show T. Different characters. The start. Is T a character? Is this definition a character? Colorizes the name of the character, I guess. But it doesn't refer to the picture, does it? Show us your nudes folder. Okay. Where is it? Nudes. Damn it. I need to create one. Let's create one. Nudes. Nude Horang mod. Okay. No, what? No. I guess that. No. What did I do? Okay, back. I'll do this in private, I guess. I didn't expect there to be so many actual projects of nude Horang mods. Okay, never underestimate the internet interwebs. Oh, learned it the hard way. Damn you, Donnell, you made me do that. Anyway, character Northern Frog. Okay, let's go through the tutorial again. Okay. Blah blah blah. Adding images. I feel like a shock within me. That wasn't what I was expecting. Anyway, let's add some images. Yeah. Blah blah blah. BG, cave, tag. Okay, where do I define the names? Scene, show, Lucy happy, Lucy mad at right. Yeah, that's not it. Where do the names go? Where does the file name go? Choose image names, then place the image files. Name is something like each part will start with lower case letter. Files and image blah blah blah. BGK, Lucy, same name. How does this know that it's Lucy Happy, the file name? If you have a Eileen Happy PNG, then you just access it via show Eileen Happy. That's weird. Okay, so I have... Oh yeah, that makes sense actually, yeah. Where was this? Game... Images... Show... this name then, I guess. Show... Okay, so I don't define this then, it's different. Does this work? The T isn't referenced though. Okay, whatever. Does that work? Probably not, but let's see. Start. Okay, this maybe hasn't loaded yet. Oh, happy. Oh yeah, Eileen Happy PNG, yeah. Sure. Oh, create a new RenPy game. Sayer E is not defined. Okay, so E is referenced somewhere, not here. Let's do E then. Where is E referenced? Screens? It's a bit difficult to find E. Maybe I should put it like, maybe I should define it as E1 or something, then I can just find it. No, what's there? Last lines. Here? Ah. I can't really Ctrl F for E though. In script. Last lines. Ah, E! Oh! Gotcha! Okay, gotcha. T, E, T, 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 T. Child thing. Can I just refresh this? Rollback, ignore, reload. Okay, it doesn't have a transparent background. Whatevers. Okay, I'm way too tired for anything really good right now, but what should we do? Brainstorming session. Brainstorming session. And also this music does not do the trick right now. Cool. Okay, brainstorming. Let's see. What do we want to make this small example game about? What's the theme? I should go to sleep as well. Good game dev session though. Learned a new engine. Kind of, yeah. Kind of procrastination as well, because could have just gone forward with the thing I already had. Do I want to save? Nah. Could have, should have just worked with this, I guess. This like weird text I wrote, but it's so difficult to get into the mindset to actually like creatively write some text, especially if I have very basic like architectural problems still. I probably need to ditch these engines and just try to work on the project within C#. Could start with C# learning projects or whatever that's besides the game, but or just do a random Unity game first. Even though I have programmers for my project, it might make sense if I knew it sufficiently as well. Still look into whether I can integrate Inky sufficiently with Unity. Okay, next session of game dev, I will try to download the plugin for Unity and see how it runs, the Inky plugin with Unity, and how the referencing of Unity functionality works. Like, I can understand referencing Unity functionality from Inky, but can I reference Inky content from Unity in a way that makes sense? Let's say I build up the on-click functionality, defining the space where the click functions. Can I reference it to a function within Inky? Can I go to neutral click? Can I basically... I need to Google this shit probably. Can I just like... basically replace this option, like this is an option of like a branching dialog tree right now. Can I just replace this with the function in Unity? Or adding functions, so it would like add, but it's not adding functions because okay, one function is what the text is shown, that can work within Inky, but like where the input is taken from, that can probably be changed to the Unity source. Like, I need to Google that stuff. Okay, cool. Good game dev sesh, probably, yeah. I mean, it was something. Any steps are good steps. And I'll probably play around with RenPy. It seems cool. It seems like something I could make a different game in. Maybe I can build a separate, like a demo of an event without the game logic, but set in my game world. I could do that in RenPy, just a demo of like a separate event. It could be like a prequel, not prequel per se, but like it could be like a demo for the narration element. Yeah, I could just define skills as different dialogue options and just go with that. Yeah, and I could just create different dialogue options based on the flags I've gotten, and flags can be just like items my character has gotten. So I can just emulate the game, basic logic even. Like, let's say I go to a tile in the north. I can flag that tile, or I can go through the dialog option and get maybe an item, add a flag that I have that item. I can then go to the other tile. It probably wouldn't allow me to, or is it like easy to do in RenPy that like that I can actually navigate scenes as tiles? Like, let's say I go forward. Okay, forward like can be. Okay, I imagine I can create separate files in Inky for that. I can like emulate going through tiles in Inky, because I can refer to separate files as like fixed positions when you're in the tile event. I need to look up if Inky has the same thing as flags in RenPy. But RenPy seems really nice in adding the visual elements, and the logic seemed quite good. But yeah, like are the files in RenPy just the one script file? Okay, there's screens. Slider say it's defined how say works. Window ID window, if who is not none. Name box who. I don't understand what's going on here. That's basic stuff probably. Okay, basic logic. Let's just Google whether there's flags in Inky. AI is just hallucinating from the depths. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting functionality. I need to look up Inky documentation probably. Here? Manual. Diverts. What's a weave? Adding flags. Does it have flag? No. It could be flag. To false flag. Game flags tidily. Variables, yeah. I mean, variables are there, but like variables are weird because like if I add, okay, I can just define all of the items the character can get as variables and like booleans or something. I can define like a boolean for each and every item, but will the check then run, like I need to define the check running like against these variables separately then. And that's probably not done in Inky. But checking the flags was kind of built in RenPy. Checking against variables. I mean, let's say that I have like 10 skills tied with items. So if I acquire an item, the like variable or flag becomes true for that item. So even giving the choice, the dialog choice, would need a skill check. But yeah, this can be universal. I can do that in Inky right away. I can just define the skills as variables and then check for... I can just add variables here, I guess. I think that's how it was defined. Variable, no. Variable human tongue item. True? Does that work? No. So, okay. So variable true, global variable assignment can't refer to other variables. Is it like Boolean? Okay, I need to look at documentation. No, this is not a keyword. Like you check the variables like using a ternary expression. I don't know what ternary is. You can break the script. Oh, you've written a lot. I've seen tutorials where you have a navigation map, you can have a large image and then have clickable regions. Cool. You can break the scripts into several files and just jump to the labels. Nice. So it kind of works like this. Okay, cool. It's basically the same. I'm not sure about the integration to Unity though. Like jump to labels in other scripts. Yeah, makes sense. Variables. A flag is a variable, a boolean. It looks like you check the variables like using a ternary expression. Yeah, okay. I mean, I need to check the documentation for Inky and see whether I can integrate it with Unity in any meaningful way. Otherwise, the work is kind of pointless. And then separately, I could create an experience in RenPy because it did seem more straightforward, or like more easy to jump into and play around with. I think I need to actually write the event by hand first. I kind of tried that with the Inky version, but yeah, I need to probably draw it out by hand, write the text out. It would be nice to demo it in RenPy though, as a separate thing, as a fully separate thing. Just like demo of events. And then we can, like, after the demo of events works in RenPy, we can try to figure out how to build it in Unity, or in Unity maybe with the help of Inky or something. I don't know. Okay, cool. I think I have the next steps. Thanks for joining me in this weird-ass session of classic RuneScape. See you around.